Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today in this video I'm going to show you how to make a jacket which goes with your kurta and kurti. So today I'm going to show the basic pattern, that is I'm going to show you the drafting, and also I'll be cutting the same in my lining and also in the main fabric. I'm going to start by showing a basic, and I will show you how to convert the basic into a different kind of styles of jacket. So today I'm going to make a jacket. This design was sent by my Facebook subscriber and she wants to know how to make this jacket. So for today I'm going to make this pattern jacket, and another one, and this one, and again this one. So I'll be showing you how these patterns differ in the cutting. So let's get started. So today I'm going to show this jacket. Along with that I'm going to show you how to make these different kinds of jacket also. For making the jacket I have took a 1.5 meter of rayon fabric, and I just took 1.5 meter of lining also. So let's get started by marking all the measurements in my pattern paper. So just take your pattern paper like this. So let me make that even just by drawing a simple line. Okay, so first you're going to decide what is the length you're going to keep. So I'm going to keep my length to be 15 inches, that is 14 inches plus 1 inch is going to be 15 inches. So just take your measuring tape, just place it on top of this particular line, and you're going to take 15 inches. The full length of my jacket is going to be 14 inches. So I'm going to give 1 inch for the seaming, that's for the folding. So altogether it's going to be 15 inches. Just draw a line like this. Okay, so now I'm going to mark the shoulder. So the full length of the shoulder is going to be 16 inches, and you're going to divide it by 2, that is going to be 8 inches. So as I told you, I'm going to make the jacket which has a very small shoulder. So you can see the neck and the shoulder is too small. So we are going to reduce the neck and also the shoulder according to this pattern. For the pattern what I'm going to make now has a very small shoulder and also a closed neck. So first I mark the exact measurement of my shoulder. So 16 divided by 2 is going to be 8 inches actual measurement, but I'm going to reduce it by 1.5 inches. I'm going to take 1.5 inches in this. So the total measurement here would be 6.5 inches. So the total measurement here is 6.5 inches, and again we are going to divide it into that is going to be somewhat like a 3.25. So just to give a mark over there. Okay, so this is going to be the neckline and this is going to be the shoulder. So the full length of the shoulder is 8 inch, and I just took 1.5 inch from this. So I took 1.5 inch out from this because the pattern what I'm going to make has a very small shoulder and a very small neck. When you reduce this 1.5 inches, you have just 6.5 inches. Again, you have to divide the 6.5 inches in an equal part. So as I told you, the armhole measurement would be the upper body divided by 6. So when I divide it by 6, I'm just getting 6.3 inches as my armhole length. So just place the tape over this point and mark the 6.3 inches and just draw a line till this. Again, the upper body measurement divided by 4 is going to be this particular line. So my upper body is 38. So when I divide it by 4, I'm getting 9.5 inches, and I'm going to add 1 inch to that. So altogether it's going to come like a 10.5 inches. So just draw a line. Again, I'm going to take 1 inch over this part. I'm going to mark this. So to measure the lower body, so just place the tape on the shoulder, and you're going to take 12 inches from the top and make a dot, and from that dot you're going to take the lower body. So the lower body is going to be 39 inches, going to be divided by 4 is going to be 9.5 inches. So I'm going to add 1 inch to that. It's going to be 10.75 inches. So it's going to go somewhere here. So, and I'm going to just draw a line over this point. So the waist measurement is going to be 36 inches divided by 4 is going to be 9 inches, and I'm going to add 1 inch to that, so it's going to be 10 inches. So just place the tape over here and mark the 10 inch. Okay, so I'm going to just connect all the dots like this. Okay, and again for stitching, I'm going to take a little bit of fabric from this side. Anyhow, I'm going to stitch the lining fabric to the main fabric, and I'm going to turn that in. So you don't need this much of fabric. A 1/4 inch of fabric is more than enough for this. So now I'm going to make the neckline. So first you're going to decide what is going to be the length of the neckline. So it's going to be 9 inches from the top. So just give a mark for 9 inches. And just draw the line. So I'm just drawing that in a pencil. So once it's done, I'll just make it in a sketch. Now I'm going to use my French curve, and I'm going to just place it. I'm going to just connect this somewhat like this. Okay, and from here I'm going to just take a very marginal amount of fabric. Okay, it's going to come somewhat like this. So from here to here, I'm just going to make like an A. If you want to know how to take your own bodice measurement, so just click on the link below. I have already uploaded a video on how to take your own bodice measurement, so that would be helpful. So I'm going to cut this out. So now I'm going to start cutting this in my lining fabric. So if you have an option of adding the lining to your dress or blouse, first cut that and then you can cut into your main fabric. So this is going to be my lining, and this is going to be folded in half at this side. So now all you have to do is take the folded part and place it somewhat like this. So now I'm going to cut the back part. So if you want a sleeve, you can make a sleeve with this, and if you want the collar, you can also add collar to that. So this is going to be the base. The measurement what all I marked is going to be the base. So this is going to be my back part. Now by placing this, I'm going to cut this fabric out. To place the same pattern on top of this, and I'm going to cut one more like this. So if you want to make this particular coat, all you have to do is, so the front is curved and the back is going to be the same. So I'll show you how to curve this. So this is going to be the front part. So you're going to extend this. Okay, so just like that you're going to extend, and you have a buttons starting from the collar, might be till 6 inches. Okay, so you're going to have an open over this part, and from here you're going to curve that in. Okay. Like this, you're going to make an easy curve which connects to this point. So it's going to have a pointy tip from where this pointy tip will be continued by the back side of the jacket. So the back side of the jacket is going to be flat, and the front side is going to have a nice curve like this. You're going to leave a 6 inch for the buttons. Anyhow, from ear to ear you're going to make a curve, and you're going to cut into this and make into a separate piece, and you're going to make a collar. So hopefully from the shoulder you might have to take this jacket till 22 inches, leave 1 inch for seaming, so it's going to be 23 inches. So I'll be uploading this pic at the end of my video. And also, so if you want to make this kind of a simple jacket, all you have to do is seam like that. Make sure this falls in your hip line. So take a measurement from the shoulder till your hip line and just draw a line. See, just cut into pattern paper and make into 2 individual pieces. So in this jacket you have a small space in between the jackets. That is nothing but when you wear a jacket, if you're not wearing the buttons, you're wearing only the one single button in the neckline, for sure the pull in the jacket will give you this kind of effect. So for this particular design you're going to make the neckline to be just 2 or 2.5 inches, because it's really close to the neckline, and also you're going to have a very small button at the top so that this part will be open and it looks really neat. If you want to make like this jacket, same like that, you're going to leave a 2 to 2.5 inches for the collar neckline, and also you're going to cut this in a straight way. Here you can see there is a very big gap in the center. That is, the collar is just stopped over this point, so you're not going to connect it all over. So you're going to stop at this point and you're going to cut this out. From the top, you're going to cut this out till the bottom. Okay, in a straight line. So then you're going to curve this out. So that 1 inch is going to give a slight open in the jacket. So this is how it's going to come. Hope this pattern would be helpful for you. Let's see the stitching of the jacket. So now let me show you the stitching of the jacket. So first take both the sides and place the lining part on top of the pretty side of the fabric. So I'm going to place the lining on top and I'm going to sew this together. So just place it like this and you're going to start sewing from the bottom edge. Leave the shoulder line and you're going to sew this part. And again you're going to sew the down part. So I'm not going to sew this particular part, which is going to come near your armhole area. So you're going to leave this one and you're going to sew the next jacket side. So this is going to be the pretty side. So make sure the pretty side faces up and you're going to lay the lining on top. the pretty side of the lining should match the pretty side of the jacket. Put that together. So now all you're going to do is you're going to make the slit for the nice and neat turn. So just give a notches all around like this. So I'm going to just flip this in, and you're going to press that together. Don't cut into the thread, just cut near by the thread. So once it's done, all you have to going to do is just bring everything out, starting from the shoulder. So I'm going to just grab over this point, and I'm going to bring that out. Okay, so it's going to come like this. So everything have to be pressed nice and neat. All the points should be taken out. Same like that, you're going to sew the back part also. So just place the back part flat like this, and you're going to attach the lining on top of that. So leaving the shoulder, I'm going to sew my neckline first. Out the neckline like this, okay, and just give some notches over this part to turn the neckline. Okay, same you're going to do for the armhole. So for the neckline and the armhole, you're going to give a notches because it has a curved edge, so that you're going to give a notches. So whatever the jacket would be, this is going to be the same. So whatever might be the pattern and design of the jacket, the stitching is the same. So the next step is I'm going to go ahead and press everything in place. So now I have pressed my back piece and I have pressed my front piece. So now all you have to do is there should be two openings at the front piece, that's the two sides underneath the armhole. So I'm going to take the wrong side out only for the back piece. So just take out the back side. For the back side, take out the wrong side, just flip that in. So this is going to be the wrong side of the fabric. So now comes the important part. So I'm going to show you how to attach the front piece with this. So this is going to be the front part and this is going to be the pretty side of the part. So now you're going to match the lining with this lining by putting this front piece into the side opening of the jacket. So open the jacket and take your shoulder part like this. I'll show you. So here comes the shoulder part. Make sure that the lining of the shoulder matches the lining of the back piece. So just place it like this. So these pretty side have to match like this, and it have to face somewhat like this. Okay, so it have to be somewhat like this, and you're going to put a straight stitch over here. So you're going to just put a straight stitch over this point. Okay, so once the shoulder is joined, just ease the fabric, and the open side of your front jacket going to match the open side of the back jacket like this. Just tuck that in and take only the side panel that is under the armhole. So just match both like this. So now I'm going to sew these together. Once you're done by the one side, you're going to attach the next side. Take your front part of your jacket and insert it through this, and you're going to make sure the lining matches the lining and the pretty side of the fabric matches the pretty side like this, and I'm going to sew that together like this. You're going to match the raw edge. So I'm going to stop exactly at this point so that I can flip the fabric in. So I'm going to give an opening, and I'm going to finish off these 2 points. So when I get into this point, I just lock the stitch and I take out the thread, and again I'm going to continue over this point. So with this tiny opening, you're going to pull out everything like this. So little by little, just pull out everything from that tiny hole. It's going to come like this. See, the front side and the other side. So it has a very neat finish. You won't find even a small stitch out. So it's going to have a very neat finish. Okay, so at this point, all you have to do is just fold it like this. I'm going to sew that together. If you want, you can add a knot to this, or else just place a button over here and you can just have the loops over here. This also looks really nice and neat. So just tuck that in, and I'm going to put a top stitch. So this is going to be the end result of the dress. So as I told before, the length of the jacket is absolutely dependent upon you. If you want, you can have the jacket, this is a waist length jacket. If you want, you can have the jacket till a hip length, and just added one button over this point. So if I show you inside, see how neat it is. So you won't find any stretch. So if you have any doubt regarding this, please do mail me and leave a comment in the comments box. And also, if you're new to my channel, just click on the subscriber link that you see on the screen right now, and don't forget to hit on the thumbs up button for more designs like this, and follow me in my Facebook group for more update. See you next time with a different kind of design. Take care. Bye bye.